Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle Shun, and today we will be talking about how to play fantasy football for my informative speech. So, good morning, everyone. How many of you have heard of fantasy football but aren't quite sure how it works? Fantasy football has become a beloved pastime for millions, combining sports knowledge with strategy and competition. Today, I'll walk you through the essentials of playing fantasy football, from understanding the draft to managing your team throughout the season. By the end of the speech, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to either join a league or enhance your current experience. So let's kick off our journey into the exciting world of fantasy football. First, let's start with the foundational element, the draft. I'll discuss what a draft is, different types of drafts, and how to prepare for it. So first, using Mike Clay's from ESPN Fantasy Football Draft Strategy, a fantasy football draft is a crucial event where team owners select real NFL players to form their fantasy teams for the upcoming season. Here's a breakdown of its key elements. So first, format. Drafts can be conducted in different formats, such as snake drafts or auction drafts. In a snake draft, the order reverses after each round, giving teams a chance to pick first in one round and last in the next. Auction drafts allow teams to bid on players with a budget, also adding a strategic financial element. So if you're not smart with your money, you're not good with it. Two, preparation. Before the draft, participants typically research player rankings, injury updates, and potential breakout candidates, Puka Nakua, to make informed choices. Many use cheat sheets or rankings from experts to guide their selections. Strategy. Successful drafting involves not just picking up top-ranked players, but also anticipating others' selections and filling positional needs. Managers must consider bye weeks, team composition, and potential sleepers, players who may outperform expectations. If people are confused what a bye week is typically all NFL teams have 1 week they take off. So, like for example, this year the Miami Dolphins have a week 6 bye, so they don't have any players playing, which is pretty sad. So now we've covered what a draft entails, the various types you might encounter, and some essential preparation strategies to ensure you're ready to build a competitive team. Next, we'll move on to understanding how player selection and team management works. I'll explain to select players effectively and manage your roster throughout the season. First, research and rankings. Before the draft, familiarize yourself with player rankings and projections. Use resources like expert rankings and mock drafts to gauge player value. Two, positional needs. Balance your team by selecting a mix of positions, including quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. Pay attention to roster requirement in your league, which can influence your drafting strategy, such as maybe a tight end premium in your league where tight ends have a half point per reception more than wide receivers and running backs. So that's really important because tight ends usually only have one selectable position for them. So you can only play one tight end unless you flex, which is you can play a wide receiver, running back, or tight end. Three, draft strategy. Consider employing strategies like best player available to maximize or zero RB strategies where you focus on other positions early before selecting running backs later. This is because wide receivers and tight ends are more important than running back differences because wide receivers tend to perform more stably and more higher than running backs. Identify some sleepers. Look for undervalued players who can outperform their draft position. Research breakout candidates and pay attention to training camp news and preseason performances. An example of this could be Puka Nakua from last year from the Los Angeles Rams. This is because he was a 6th-round draft pick and no one expected him to break rookie records. I love Puka. So avoid injury-prone players. While talent is important, be cautious of players with a history of injuries. Evaluate their health status and consider the potential risk versus reward. This could be Christian McCaffrey of this year. Christian McCaffrey is like the Giannis Antetokounmpo of the NFL, a unique player, a very good player, but sometimes injury prone. Actually, Joel Embiid's a better comparison. So now We've looked at how to select your players wisely concerning factors like player performance, bye weeks, and matchups. We've discussed how to manage your roster effectively as the season progresses. And finally, let's explore some advanced strategies and tips that can elevate your fantasy football game. I'll share some advanced strategies, including trade tactics and how to analyze player statistics for better decision making. Stream positions, quarterback and tight end streaming. Instead of drafting a top quarterback or tight end, consider streaming positions that have better weekly matchups than others. This involves picking players up from the waiver wire. 2, handcuffing, protect your stars. Handcuffing involves selecting the player of a star player, a backup of a star player, particularly running backs, because running backs have a higher injury risk than others because they're literally running into people. If your starter goes down, you have the replacement who might see significant playing time, such as Braylon Allen for Breece Hall of the New York Jets. Also, leverage bye weeks. During the draft, keep an eye on players' bye weeks. Ensure you don't draft too many players with the same bye week. Also, in-season trades, be active in trading, because don't be afraid to trade players who are performing well if you believe they may not sustain that performance, and look for opportunities to improve your team. So we've explored advanced strategies that can give you an edge in your league, including making smart trades and leveraging statistics to inform your decisions. In conclusion, fantasy football is a thrilling blend of strategy, knowledge, and fun. From understanding the draft to manage your team and applying advanced strategies. Whether you're a newcomer or looking to refine your skills, remember the key to success is staying informed and enjoying the process. So gather your friends, join a league, and may your fantasy football journey be filled with excitement and victory. Thank you.